welcome back to Tarot AF. So today we've got another pick a card reading for you, which is going to be a message from future you. So I'm really hearing today that this is going to be a really like sibling kind of chat with you guys, and it's all from a place of love. And future you could be from tomorrow, it could be from a month from now, a year from now, 5 years, and the most important messages that we're going to get is what you need to release, what you should focus on right now, what you need to continue doing, and then the most important thing for you to know. So we've got 6 piles in front of us today. So if you've never been to a pick a card reading before, hello, welcome. You can take a moment, you can pause the video, see which deck you're drawn to, or which stone, whichever one you feel most kind of inclined to, and trust that message is for you. And what I do is I post the times in the box below and I see you there. I'll see you all then. Bye! Hi there, my glorious friends of Pile 1. So if you picked the Mythic Tarot and the Labradorite, little pebble, worry stone, then this reading is for you. So like I said in the intro, if you skipped over that, hello, welcome. We are looking at a message from future you, and it's all from a place of love, because I feel like it's almost like an older sibling kind of talking to you and just giving you some advice and a nudge on your way. And like I said, it could be from tomorrow, it could be from a month from now, it could be from a year. It's just whoever has a message for you, and wherever they are, whatever lessons they've learned, because they've learned from your actions. So you know, you got them to there, and you know, time's just a construct for us here. So if you're manifesting anything, you'll know already that that it's the intention behind it, and actually it's the feeling that you are already there. So first we're looking at what you need to release, so what you need to stop doing, in other words. So I feel like you, my glorious Pile 1, have obviously gone through this tower moment, this sudden shock, and maybe it came about from a plan that you were going about in terms of, like, I feel like you had a plan, maybe your plan for what you wanted to do in terms of your career and your goals and creating wealth and independence for yourself, and you were willing to put in the hard work. But I feel like maybe there was deceit on some side, maybe someone stole some thought energy from you, maybe your plan went awry, and this caused this tower moment of, okay, I don't have a plan anymore. Like, that was my route, that was where I was going, like, what am I going to do now? And I feel like everything that you knew in the tower moment has kind of fallen apart. You still got your foundations, you still got your core beliefs and everything that makes up you, but actually, really, what I'm hearing is stop looking at it potentially in a negative light, this loss that you're feeling, because this is going to be the making of you in so many ways. And I feel like it's like what you wanted all along, this independence and wealth and abundance and you know, being, I feel like it's career or home and security, maybe relationships potentially, but whatever it is, you are going to have that. And trust that it's kind of like your ego, in a way, was building up these walls and these conceptions of what you thought you needed. And you were planning in that way, but actually it's the divine intervention. And if you felt like someone was deceitful to you or kind of brought your plan to demise or whatever, or maybe it was you, maybe it was your self-sabotage, maybe it was your inner critic, but either way, like, it's broken down your walls and your barriers of what you thought you were going to be doing, and that lays it open for like the divine plan, so for kind of the universe to take the wheel, as it were, and for spirit. And I mean, for me as well, I had a bit of a tower moment this year, and I'm here now, a pairing of floating hands on YouTube, which I never would have thought I would be here, but all because I had a tower moment. So I feel like, in a way, I was asked to share that. I feel like that's what your future self is saying, is that, you know, the Tower, although it's a psychological upheaval and you really don't know which way to turn, and you feel like you're just clinging on, trust that your goal, like your ultimate goal, is still there. It was just the journey that you were taking, the journey that you thought you needed to go. That wasn't the way that it was going to pan out, and actually you're going to learn so many new lessons on the route that you are taking. So let's see what you need to start doing. Great. So we've got the Chariot, we have got the Sun, and we've also got the Nine of Cups. So I feel like with the Chariot, this is really saying like you have these blocks, these barriers up that you're not quite willing to let go yet, but you have got such a willpower and determination behind you and a persistence. And as soon as you trust and you find joy, and that's really the key thing here, is chase your happiness. Don't chase what you believe you should be doing or what someone has told you, and whatever layers those preconceptions from the Tower. Now is the time for your enlightenment and your bringing around joy for you and for the love of doing what you want to do. And as soon as you have trust and faith, and like I said, let the universe kind of take the wheel, you know where you want to go. With this Nine of Cups, keep wishing, have that wish fulfillment, and emotionally feel the intention behind what you want. And as if you love it, if you love what you want, and also on the back, I can't help but be drawn to the Lovers. Like, if you love and you connect with so deeply with what you want and your goals, and you manifestation is a really funny thing, because it's not that you have to start daydreaming and living like that is your reality already. No, but it's about the feeling behind it, and feeling like you are raising your vibration to that level of joy of your new life. And as soon as you do that, as soon as you trust, like the Chariot is just going to go vroom, like it's just going to propel you forwards in ways that you never would have known, and really like carve a new path with the Chariot. Like, that's how bold and big it is. So you need to start like feeling and finding joy in the things. And I feel like connecting emotionally to the people around you as well. But yeah, and bring love into the situation. If you have fear and anxiety, and especially about this situation, this Seven of Swords and this Tower moment, as soon as you bring love into a situation, fear, anxiety can't live there, and judgment of yourself and everything. It's all about how you talk to yourself. Do you talk to yourself the way that you talk to your best friend and give them advice? Or are you really hard on yourself? I feel like pile one, that's what they're really saying is, you know, as soon as you trust and have faith that you are worthy and capable and, yeah, deserving of all the things that you want, and you find joy, then I feel like you're going to have this enlightenment. You're going to have this divine inspiration with Apollo as the sun. Like, I feel like that's it. And keep wishing, because it's going to come to you. And then what you have to continue doing. So, Page of Swords, Two of Swords, and the Six of Wands. Celebrate your victories, please. Please celebrate your victories. I feel like you've come far in your life already, and you've done things that past you. Now looking back, like if you were to give advice to your past you, what would you say? Like, don't worry, it's going to be fine. You're gonna get that, I don't know, that grade that you wanted, or whatever it was, or like, you know, you're gonna learn how to tie your shoelaces when you however old. I mean, I can barely tie my shoelaces now, but anyway, I feel like, you know, you've come so far already, and there is so much to celebrate in you currently, and you need to continue doing that and allowing your nearest and dearest to also share in those successes. But with the Page of Swords and the Two of Swords, I get the fact that you've got this kind of direction. You feel like you're at a stalemate at the moment, obviously, because I imagine because of this thing that you need to release. And it's almost that you're at the stalemate of, you can either stay still and no action is a form of action, or you can release what was and like drop that path and continue on this new strain. And with the Page of Swords, your future self is really asking you, I feel like you're already starting to do that. I feel like, you know, internally, like that's what you need to do. You need to follow your intuition. You need to cut to the heart of the situation and direct your energy somewhere. And I get the fact that you're still kind of examining whether it's going to work for you. But like I was saying earlier, I really feel like let the universe take the lead. And on the back, we've also got the Four of Pentacles, which, you know, is, if you hold on to the security that you've known, and wealth, again, is just a construct, if you are clinging onto that, then you won't allow new energy to come in, and you can create a prison if there's no give and take. You can create a prison out of what you think you should have in wealth. Four of Pentacles is really like a warning card, and I feel like that is what your future self is saying. Like, the security that you knew up until this point, whether it was a job or a particular home or that kind of thing, or study, whatever it was that hasn't gone your way, it's time really to release that and let go of that. And I feel like you already know that you have to, and you might be letting it go here and there, and it's hard to fully let go, but as soon as you do, then that new energy is going to pour forth. So let's see what the most important thing for you to know right now is. So we've got attack, pain, fear, judgment, and any form of separation are merely calls for help. We've got magic prayer. We have got align your life, what is not aligned or needs to change. And we've also got speak truth. So with attack, pain, fear, judgment, and any form of separation, I feel like that's what the Tower moment really is, that it's calling to me about. And I feel like, you know, anything that you are feeling at the moment, you can ask for help. And even just saying it out loud, even to yourself or to spirit or the universe or whatever you, in form of a prayer with this magic prayer, it really, it's like when you tell your best friend a secret or something that's really been troubling you. As soon as you release it and you actually say it out loud and speak your truth, like, the words hold less power over you. And I feel like with the Two of Swords and the Page of Swords, that's almost what it is. Maybe you're dipping your toe in telling someone about it. And with the align your life, again, well, that's what we're talking about. What needs to change? What needs to change is you actually kind of feeling the intention, the magic prayer, like feeling worthy of what you want, of being this Nine of Pentacles energy, and trust that you are that, and you are going to have that, and finding balance within yourself. And with the speak your truth, if you have been hurt and you know, you are at this crossroads, I feel like it's time to release that and kind of set healthy boundaries for yourself and be like, no, actually, I am worthy of this. I don't deserve to be treated in this way. And in the future, I've now learned from what happened in my past, in this Seven of Swords moment, whatever happened. And now with the Tower, you can construct new kind of boundaries for yourself, but still allow this this kind of spiritual aspect of magic prayer and intention and this wish fulfillment that you want from the Nine of Cups. So my glorious pile of one, this is your reading for what your future self has to say to you. So good things are coming to you, and I feel like your future self is just saying, keep doing it, like keep release and find joy and find love and do it from happiness. Because when you're happy, like when you look at the world through the lens of love, everything else aligns in that way. When your internal balance is like when you kind of love yourself but also love your plan and kind of your higher purpose, as it were, everything else kind of becomes a vortex to you, like everything is drawn to you in that way. So my lovely pile one, we'll do that again. I'm going to leave your reading there for you today. Thank you so much for watching. I hope it resonated, and I hope there was some useful advice from your future self. I am sending so much love to you. I really hope to see you again soon. If you'd like to see me soon, please do hit that subscribe button. I am sending so much love. Bye. Hello my glorious friends of pile 2. So if you pick the Ethereal Visions and the Amethyst, then this reading is for you from your future self. So like I said earlier, we're going to kind of do it from a sibling kind of energy. So it's all from love here. So even if you don't have the best internal kind of dialogue with yourself at the moment, and you know, maybe you are quite critical of yourself and you don't speak to yourself in the way that you would a friend, your future self is going to send you messages of love. And I must say, when I was shuffling, guys, the death card, I know I'm not talking about it right now, that does not mean physical death, please do not worry. When I was shuffling your cards, I had On My Way from do you know in Shrek when they're traveling, I know the song isn't you know, by Shrek, but the On My Way through misery and happiness to me, that's what I had in my head. So I feel like you are on a journey, and your future self, whether that be your future self from tomorrow or a month from now, a year from now, 10 years from now, they know that you're kind of maybe at the start of this journey. And especially with these cards for what you need to release, I feel like you are beginning anew. So with what you need to release, I feel like you are this Queen of Wands character, this deeply creative, potentially just an energetic, giving person that is always there and just like following your inspiration. And I feel like that's what you do, and you find joy in little things, but you have faced a lot of hardships, and I feel like you've really come up against it, and through all the odds you are still such a good, beautiful soul. And at the moment I feel like you have been putting in a lot of hours, a lot of hard work, which may not have paid off in the way that you'd hope, but you were still dedicated. You were still like, I'm going to do this, I can crack this, I know I can do it. I get really heavy I get heavy fire energy and also earth energy in this, but then we've also got some Scorpio with death. But I feel like you were really working, and maybe working really hard on yourself as well. But with this Devil card, I feel like maybe you were chasing the wrong things, maybe chasing things that weren't actually making you happy, and you thought that they were bringing you joy, but actually they weren't. And I feel like you've realized that potentially, or that's what you do need to release, is the things that aren't serving your greater purpose. And with the Devil card, it could be, you know, chasing wealth or kind of sex or politics, whatever it is. I feel like there is something that you feel in your heart that actually you know that it doesn't fulfill you and nourish your soul in the way that you maybe hoped, and maybe you're finding it really hard because you put so much time and effort into that thing, and maybe it didn't pay off in the way that you wanted to. It could be a particular career path that you were going for, it could be something you were studying, or your home life or something like that. But either way, with this death, there is definitely a end of a cycle here, and I feel like you are bringing that in whether you want to or not. And the thing with death is it's cyclical. It, you know, energy doesn't die, it changes, and that's really what death is for me. It's a change of consciousness. It's the change that we all go through, and it's how we accept that change and how we draw it in that really determines how we move forward. And I feel like your future you is saying, don't fear the change, don't fear this which is being brought in, because whatever path you are on, you are still going to be this Queen of Wands. You're still going to have your creativity, your inspiration, your willpower, your determination, your beautiful energetic spark, and you're still going to follow your passions. But the path that you were on wasn't serving you, and maybe it's one of those things with when we look back, that's when we realize, like, oh, actually no, I'm so glad that actually that didn't work out in the way. But in the moment it feels really, really tough, and we do feel a lot of grief in the form of this death, and we can't quite see the new horizon that's being brought about. So what you need to focus on, what does my lovely pile 2 friends need to focus on? Okay, yeah. So we've got the Page of Pentacles, we have got the 8 of Wands. Okay, you guys are getting 4 cards throughout this. I was only expecting 3, but do you know what? I'm gonna let them lie, because you got 4 in the first and I didn't do anything about it. So your future you is breaking all me rules, but you know, I feel like that's who you are. little rebel, and I love it. So what you need to focus on, what you need to start doing from your future you is, I feel like you might be at this stalemate at the moment, not really sure which ways to go with this Two of Swords, but you are actively waiting for something. Maybe you're waiting for that that nudge of intuition. Maybe you feel really out of tap with that at the moment, because the Two of Swords is all about, you know, mind heart situation, and I feel like you are at a stalemate, and you know that the path that you were on is not serving you, and so there's this kind of new opportunity that might have come through that you want to maybe pursue. And with the Three of Wands, maybe you're waiting. I love this card because it's all about knowing that it's coming to you, and it's like you're standing on this cliff waiting for the boat to come in. And with Rona, I when I do private readings, I'm like, you know, and this comes up, I'm like, you know, you're waiting for the boat, but Rona's, you know, messed up the timetable sort of thing. And if you don't know, if you're watching this in the future and you've forgotten what Rona is, the Corona Rona, but yeah, so I feel like, you know, that boat is coming in and you're just waiting for it to get there basically, and you've got your inspiration, your will, but what Spirit is saying, as soon as you release that old path, as soon as you release this active waiting thing you're waiting for, is going to come in so quickly with this Eight of Wands. As soon as you drop your, like, the past, essentially, well, like the path that you thought you needed to go on, as soon as you surrender that, this new thing is just going to come flooding in. And like I said, you're already waiting on the kind of cliff edge. You already know it's kind of at your fingertips, and as soon as you do, it's just going to go vroom. And with this Page of Pentacles, I feel like that is almost what you are, that's one part of it. I feel like the Page of Pentacles is almost this Eight of Pentacles energy of you being like, okay, well, I worked really, really hard on this thing, and I can't believe I didn't get to where I wanted to with it. But the thing is, my love, you are the Queen of Wands, so actually this creative, divine inspiration and spark is really, I'm not saying that, you know, you can't have a successful career or anything like that, or you know, the home life that you want, or the study and exactly the school life, or whatever it is that you wanted. But what I'm saying is your mode is more this creativity and this inspiration, and actually that is fueled by this Two of Swords as well. And you are, either way, by going on to this new journey, you're still going to hold everything that you've done up until this point. You are still going to carry those experiences with you and all the lessons that you learned from there, but you're almost going to be a student on the next path, sort of thing, the path of life. And we're all students in the university of life. I used to get told that all the time, and I can't believe I just said that saying, but there we go. I feel like whatever it is that's coming, it's going to come in fast as soon as you realise, like, okay, I'm gonna, almost like putting your chips on the poker board and being like, I'm all in, because you know that you're the Queen of Wands. And I feel like, again, you already know that you are actively waiting for that. Maybe you've had that divine spark and you just don't know where to direct it yet, but you are experienced and kind of start getting it going. And maybe last time it didn't go exactly the way you wanted, which is why you know that something needs to change and you need to move off that path. But yeah, your future self is like, you can do it. You've done it once, you can do it again. I believe in you. Like, literally, that's what I'm hearing. Like, come on, you're on your way to misery and happiness to me. I will stop singing now. Okay, so what you need to continue doing. Okay, let's get some cards. So we have got the King of Swords. Yeah, that's that Two of Swords energy cutting through to the truth of the matter. And again, not being judgmental of yourself. We've got the Seven of Wands. Yeah. Onesie. Yeah, I feel like you guys could be fire signs. And Six of Swords. Brilliant. Oh, okay. And we've got the Well on the bottom. I love this deck because of the artist and the Well as well. So I'm going to let that lie there. I'm going to let you guys have 4 cards. Breaking all the rules. Oh my gosh. And then we've got the Ten of Pentacles underneath. Okay. That's all. Okay, guys, that is all. Future self, that is all. With the King of Swords, I really get the sense that you need to cut through to the heart, and maybe that's what you're already doing at the moment. But I feel like with the King of Swords, it can really represent your inner critic, and it's all about how you talk to yourself and talk about yourself to yourself. And you know, would you speak to, like, do you speak to yourself as you would your best friend? So when you do something wrong, I know I'm like, Anna, why did you do that? You're so silly, whatever. And I'm like, I would never say that to my friend. Like, if they came to me for advice, I would never act in that way. And, you know, it's about reprogramming that and how you do that. And with the King of Swords, get to the truth of what's going to make you happy. And with the Seven of Wands, you are at a really good standpoint for this new Wands creative spark energy to come through. I feel like you are at this vantage point because of all the experiences that you've had as this Queen of Wands. And if there's other people's wills and desires coming in, telling you you can't do it, that kind of thing, you know your truth. You know you're an authority on your truth. You know that you can communicate your ideas and bring them about and make the plan that you want, and you can stand your ground. And with the Six of Swords, there is a definite movement away. I love it. Underneath this Three of Wands, what did I say about the ship coming in? You are going to be sailing away on that ship, and maybe someone is going to help you with that, but it's going to feel like, even if a door has closed with that death cycle, there's going to be this ship that arrives and a new window that opens, and there is a movement away, and it's from troubled waters into the into the calm. I really see it coming in for you, and as soon as you kind of trust that it is coming, and it's all about feeling like that next stage is coming. And with the Well, this is the birthplace of ideas, and I feel like you have, as the Queen of Wands, had this birth, like this seed of a new idea, this divine inspiration that you've felt. And by moving away, by making this choice to go down this path, yes, it's scary. Yes, it's unknown territory. And you feel like Elsa from Frozen 2 going into the unknown. So I'm so sorry. I don't know why I've really got my, I'm really hearing loads of music today in my head. So, yeah, I feel like even though maybe you guys are musical because you're creative, and which I love. And if you're not and you're like, please be quiet and just continue reading, I will continue reading for you. And with the Well, I feel like you've had this divine inspiration, this idea, this seed, and it's just kind of all unfolding. This is Gia energy, like Earth Mother, just kind of birthing this idea. And I feel like you've grabbed hold of it, and you need to continue to do that, continue to grab hold of that energy. And on the back, we've got Ten of Pentacles. And I know this is what you need to continue doing, but really, I really feel like this is from future you to you, a letter. And it's just saying you're going to have the wealth, the abundance, that everything that you've worked hard to build, or the path that you were hoping to get to, that sight that you set. It might be different than you expected, but you're going to have that. You're going to have the commitment, you're going to have the family, you're going to have the wealth, you're going to have the abundance in the Ten of Pentacles. Like, you're going to leave a lasting legacy. And I really got that quote of, I'm going to absolutely butcher it, but the people who have really like learned the lesson of life know that they plant seeds in a garden that they might not get to see, sort of thing. Like, they're going to create shade for people that they may never experience themselves, kind of like at the end of Alexander Hamilton. But I feel like that's you. You're going to create such a lasting thing with whatever inspiration that you've had. I get the sense that you're probably an entrepreneur, creative, kind of who goes for their own enterprises, or just like has these amazing ideas. So let's get you some, what is the most important things for you guys to know. So we've got, when I'm in alignment with the love of the universe, peace cannot be disrupted. This is all, the Two of Swords is all about alignment, bringing yourself into alignment when you feel at a stalemate. And again, with the Death, it's releasing that and releasing the past, and allowing the new kind of dawn to be brought in. And yeah, and with Dragon's Lair, okay, yeah, the journey of the unknown, like we were talking about. I feel like this is potentially dangerous territory, which you may be entering, but kind of all the best ideas are. in a way, like are stepping into the unknown, into a position that you are, which feels dangerous, and actually those can have the biggest payoff. They require so much determination, willpower and courage with the Seven of Wands, but you guys, I fully believe in, and I know you guys can do it. And we've also got Akasha, your guidance is divinely guided. Yeah, spirit absolutely has your back, especially with this well. Like, the well isn't in all of the tarot decks. This is this is 22 in this Ethereal Visions, but this is like major feels that you've had with this well, and that is a divine guidance. And I feel like you are going to be protected no matter where you go with this dragon's lair. And we've also got power, which really reminds me of the Magician. I feel like you guys, maybe you've been manifesting this for a while, or manifesting this idea, or whatever it was, but if not, I feel like you are wielding this power at the moment, and I can feel it almost in you that yeah, this is the right thing to do. And I feel like your future self is saying, like, it is going to be okay. You are going to champion over this. And I feel like it's one of those things, like, I feel like it's saying, you know, you won't believe how far we've come. Like, yeah, that's really what I see. But my glorious pile 2, I'm going to leave that reading there for you guys today. Thank you so much for watching. I hope there was some useful advice from there. I am sending so much love. I'm sorry about all the singing and all the songs today, but I really hope it resonated, and I'd love to hear in the comments if it did. If you'd like to see me again, please do hit that subscribe button, and I will hopefully see you guys again soon. I am sending so much love to you guys. Bye. Hello, my glorious pile 3. So if you pick the Santa Morte Tarot and the Black Obsidian Pebble, then this one is for you. And if you skipped over the intro, hello, welcome. We are looking at a message from your future self, and really this is going to be a message of love, and through the lens of love that your future self is going to speak to you through. And it could be you from a day from now, it could be a week, month, year, but yeah, we're just going to get, so what you need to release. Okay, so you've got the Queen of Wands. Anything else? But yeah, that's the main thing. However you talk to yourself now, and I've spoken about this with the other groups recently, however you speak to yourself, do you speak to yourself in the way that you would your best friend? And do you give yourself the advice that you would as your best friend? Is what I'm really trying to get out. Like, it's going to be from a voice of love today, no matter how you speak to yourself now. If you are hypercritical of yourself, or you know, can be really hard on yourself. But with this Queen of Wands and also this King of Pentacles energy, I really get strong fire placements. So maybe Leo, Sagittarius, Aries, especially with this Strength Leo card. But there is also this Earth, so could be Virgo, Capricorn, or Taurus, but it doesn't have to be. But with the Queen of Wands, I feel like what you need to release, what you need to stop doing is, with the Queen of Wands, I get the fact that you have probably gone through a lot, and you are a really incredibly strong, independent person. And maybe your light through this reversed King of Pentacles, I'm hearing that it could be love. It could be that maybe there was this King of Pentacles in reverse character who maybe you had unrequited love for, or this is really someone, I feel like, who went to go focus on their career or their journey, their path, maybe study, maybe schooling, that kind of thing, and maybe kind of shut off contacts and that kind of thing. But either way, I feel like that left you as this Queen of Wands maybe hurting more than you let on originally. And I really get the sense that you've had to balance yourself out with the strength and really like calm that voice inside you and really almost fan your light, and you are this energetic giving person who is sympathetic to everyone and just wants to help. And I get the sense that you could be a creative person and that kind of thing, but I really wasn't expecting love to come up because it hasn't come up in the other pile, but I really feel like this could be a love. It might not even, it could be more career, like maybe it's some sort of partnership, some sort of thing. I feel like was almost had this 5 of Pentacles energy where you feel like a door has been slammed and maybe a closed book, and you've really had to kind of build up your strength, your internal strength, your kind of line within, and in order to move forward. And I feel like you have been doing that as that Queen of Wands. I feel like you have been fanning your inspiration, your creativity, and protecting your light, still being giving to everyone else no matter what you have been through. And what you need to start doing, okay, yeah, what you need to start doing is, I feel like maybe, because that's what you need to release at the top, release that kind of, that thing which you lost. And I know you have been independent about it, and maybe you have always been an independent person and this thing or person came in and completely changed your views of what could happen. I get maybe mind play could be going on, could have gone on, and either way I feel like that communication is shut now and you've had to do that internal strength. But I feel like what your future self is saying to you is you need to start seeing that as your tower moment, as your change of how you view it. And I really get the sense with this Ace of Cups, how you view love in particular. And I feel like, you know, your tower moment is something that happens that, you know, everything around you feels like it crumbles. And maybe it wasn't even just this that happened, this snap off communication or snap off from job or business, whatever it was, whether it was a person or something that you were doing that caused you to have this need to kind of nourish yourself and look after yourself. I feel like this tower moment, this is your opportunity to rebuild up and start looking and emotionally looking for, maybe it's something new, maybe it's a new person, a new thing, but it's all from that love, because you are a beautiful, creative person who follows their inspiration and their intuition. I really get that. Follow your emotions, follow your heart to find that offering, because this is a full offering from the universe for a full heart and a new, full, nourished heart. And maybe that's not from this closed book, this closed person or thing or opportunity, whatever it is for you, you know what will resonate. And see that as a tower moment. Actually, it was shut off from you for a reason, in order for you to close that chapter. And yes, it felt really tough, but you have still come through it and you still thrived and you're still going to move forward. And actually your foundations, your core beliefs of everything is still there. It's your opportunity to rebuild up. And with this Ace of Cups, I feel like that is the universe and the divine and your future self saying to you, like, take that new cup, take that new emotional experience when it comes to you, and don't look back. With the 7 of Pentacles, don't look back on what you could have, would have, should have. And maybe it's even a laurel branch from this person, maybe, I don't know, but or this like thing that was shut off. But either way, I feel like whatever that new, and you will know it will feel fresh and different. And that is the thing, it will feel like change. Because the thing with the 7 of Pentacles is, you can look back, coulda, woulda, shoulda, but unless you're willing to make changes in your present moment, then your future won't change. You'll kind of stay on the same path. Like, don't be afraid of change. If I told you 5 years from now, and this is what your future self is saying to you, if I told you 5 years from now that you'd be in exactly the same position as you currently are now, you might feel a bit deflated. You might feel a bit like, oh, okay, what have I been doing for 5 years, or that kind of thing. Or maybe you're really happy and you're like, I'm really content, so actually 5 years from now that'd be fine. But I think most people would have wanted some sort of change. So why are you afraid of changing? And with this Ace of Cups, like, this change is coming in. It's like a beacon. And with the Tower, like, your preconceptions have been knocked down for a reason, for you to rebuild up with this new emotional stability in place and this contentment. And I really feel like you are going to be feeling the love, as in the love for what you do, the love for that person. Maybe it's going to restore your faith in love or this connection or whatever it is. But I just get the sense it's going to feel different this time. And I feel like invite in the change. And then in the future, what you need to continue doing, listening to your heart, Queen of Cups. Hello, follow your heart, follow this Ace of Cups. We've got the Page of Cups, and we've got the Knight of Cups. Okay, guys, and you've seen how much I've shuffled. And we've also got the Five of Pentacles. So I feel like you guys are basically saying to me through the screen, like, I am following my heart, I am doing that. You're not listening to me. But I feel like these are so beautiful. What you need to continue doing is talking to yourself in a way of love, and viewing the world in the lens of love as well, and not letting fear and the known security that you've lost, like I said, that Five of Pentacles, whatever you've lost, you do need to release that known security, because actually you're on a different path now, and your path is so beautiful. And I feel like you're going to be really reflective, potentially really spiritual. I get this artistic strain from here as well, but it's all because you're following your heart and giving it openly and freely. And I get this calming reassurance, and maybe that's what you've been cultivating within yourself at the moment, is kind of really like loving yourself and nurturing yourself with this strength. Continue to do that. Continue to bring love in. Continue to speak to yourself with love. Speak to yourself as you would your best friend. Give yourself advice as you would your best friend, and really have the direction that you want to go. And I get the sense it's probably love, or just a love of what you are doing, and that connection. Keep that in your sight and keep it directed there. You don't know where, I feel like you don't know where the journey's going to take you, but trust that you're going to get there, and the divine is going to guide you there, because you're doing what you love and you're following your heart, and that is spirit in its purest form. That's intuition, that gut feeling, and you are, even though it might feel unformed at the moment, it will have direction, and then you will become so experienced in it, and it's just going to become a natural thing, following your intuition. If you've been opening up to spirituality and maybe spirit and the universe and all of that, like, keep pursuing that, keep following that love and that guidance that you're seeking, because it's going to bring you so many beautiful things. And yeah, just, I feel like you're already doing that, but just start believing it, start feeling that you are going to get there, is really what I'm trying to say from there. I'm getting so sidetracked because it's so beautiful. So my fearless freedom lights up the world. Yeah. Fearless ability to believe in yourself and bring love into every situation. And you are, and because you've built yourself up to be, you are such an independent person who, even if you feel scared to leap forward and take this ace, trust that it is there, and it's divinely giving. Like, aces are fortuitous moments, like almost divine timing at its best. And don't be caught looking back. Be prepared for the change, and just be fearless in the pursuit. Magical map shifter. We've got align your life, what is not aligned or needs to change, and versatility. So I feel like with magical map shifter, I feel like there could almost be almost a person that crosses your path, especially because we've got all of these people in forms of cups. So could have water placements, but I feel like it's almost going to be like a community of like-minded people who follow their heart, follow their intuition. And maybe it's almost an offering from this Knight of Cups person for love. And maybe well, this is really what continue doing, but I feel like continue to be open and receptive to the gifts of the universe and what they want to give you. And with this magical map shifter and this versatility, I feel like so many things are going to come up to you and so many opportunities when you are open and ready to receive them, and when you are in alignment, when you are in balance, which you have already been doing. And you know, you need to release the fact that you aligned yourself and you were doing this balancing act, this strength, because of this thing. Because actually, you're doing it for you. You've done this internal strength for yourself through this tower moment. And actually now you've come out the other side, and you can still keep aligning yourself. And actually, you didn't do it just because of this. You're now doing it for your greater purpose and to align with that. And I feel like you're like, I'm doing that Tower AF. And with Magical Map Shifter, like, things are going to be coming at you, and it's all about how you receive this change, how you react to it. And yeah, just invite it in, be excited for it, trust and follow your heart, and that is your best guidance in this situation. So your future selves are just saying, just be your brilliant you, and that does not define you, what your past and what you need to release. You are so much more than that. And yeah, you've just got such a beautiful soul, and you've got so much to give. And with being such a I get the sense you could be an empath as well, because you give so much of your heart and to your endeavours, but also to other people. You know, you are such a light, and people will be attracted to you. And with lights, you know, moths can come close. So you've got to be careful, and you've got to protect yourself and have those boundaries. But the most important thing is be fearlessly you, be a goofball, be who you want to be, and just love every part of you, because that all of your experiences have led you here. And yeah, goofballs for life, like is really what I'm hearing. Like, just in order to be truly free from this tower moment, like, just trust that the universe has got your back, and new things, new opportunities and change is coming towards you. And yeah, just be open to it, my love. So pile 3, that is where I'm going to leave your reading today. Thank you so much for watching. I hope it resonated with you. I hope you found it useful. If you'd like to see more of me, please do hit that subscribe button. I really hope to see you guys soon. I am sending so much love. Bye. Hi there, my glorious powerful. So if you picked the Elemental Power Tarot and the Crinoline Pebble, then this one is for you. So if you skipped over my intro, hello, welcome. So today we are going to get messages from future you, and it's all from a place of love, and it's really going to be sibling vibes, kind of just your encouragement, what you need to know. And even if, you know, you might be hypercritical of yourself, you might speak to yourself in a voice that you wouldn't necessarily speak to your friends or family. We all do it. We all get frustrated with ourselves. We all, you know, sometimes talk to ourselves in that way. But your future self, whether it's today, yesterday, no, not yesterday, that's you. Whether it's from, you know, I can't even speak. Whether it's from tomorrow, whether it's from a year from now, whether it's from 5 years, 10 years from now, like, this is just the advice that they want to give you. And all from a place of love. Because you've got them to where they are, you and your actions now in the present. So firstly, so what you need to release, so what you might need to stop doing. So we've got the Queen of Pentacles, we have got the Knight of Swords, and we've also got the Star. So I feel like you could have heavy earth placements. We've got Aquarius here. We've got again Aquarius. We've got Air, Libra. We've also got Gemini. We've got Virgo, Capricorn, and also Taurus. But it doesn't matter if you don't have that in your chart. You don't know. It doesn't matter. But I get the sense that maybe at the moment you have been a bit of this Knight of Swords character, and maybe you have been almost charging towards your direction. Like you've been directing your thoughts and your passions in a way, but maybe it feels like you've almost been shooting in the dark, as it were. And maybe you've almost, because this is the fastest of our nights, like moving at 100 miles per hour, maybe you've felt like you've been a bit on the warpath, and maybe your communication, maybe you've not been communicating in the way that you wanted to, or you have, but actually you've been almost affecting other people. And actually at the core of it, you just have this really, really brilliant plan that you have, and that you want to speak your truth, but maybe you don't feel like people are listening at the moment. I get the sense that you've almost got two parts to yourself, because we've got fire and air, and then we've got earth and water. And I feel like you want to be this Queen of Pentacles who can stand in your power, and people come to, and you've got this plan, and they listen to you, and you've got this deep knowledge and this inner knowing, and maybe it's just not coming out in the way that you wanted to. And maybe what you were hoping for, and what you were directing your energy towards, and the plan that you had with the star, maybe you had a wish fulfillment, but actually it didn't go the way that you wanted to, because almost you didn't feel it, because you were so busy battling with yourself about how you were going to communicate it, or how you were going to live it, or which way, whether it was emotional, head, heart. I get all of these things. I feel like you had this goal in mind, and you were following it, and you were trying to pour your faith into it, but there was too many things within you that was kind of preventing you and stopping you moving forward, as it were, and actually believing that you were worthy of this star. And the most important thing about like wishing and manifesting and that kind of thing is the intention and the feeling behind it. And if you were battling with yourself, then no wonder why maybe you didn't get exactly what you were planning, or what you thought you wanted. And it's time to release that. I feel like it's time to release that plan, or that period of your life where you felt like you didn't get what you wanted, because I'm hearing you were your own worst enemy, like, because, but that's more your thoughts, as in like, because you thought you were your own worst enemy. You are not that person anymore. You have changed, and the most important thing about change is learning from it, understanding, and moving forward with honesty. Oh, hello, we've got 4 cards. Brilliant. So what you need to start doing, yeah, hell yeah. So we have got the Page of Pentacles, we've got the 10 of Pentacles, we have got the 7 of Wands, and we've also got the 6 of Swords. So move past. There is going to be an opening for you to move out of these troubled waters and into something new. And I feel like maybe there's someone to help you, but I feel like it's just going to feel like a window opening, and you're going to, again, leave what didn't serve you, and release what didn't serve you, that baggage, and move forward into brighter horizons. And you'll still have your inspiration and your creativity with you. And with the 7 of Wands, I feel like whatever you are maybe potentially planning at the moment, or whatever you have in your heart at the moment, whatever your intuition is guiding you towards, you are at a standpoint with that. Even if there's other people in the situation that are putting in their 2 pence worth, whatever, like, you are so strong, and you need to believe that you have the vantage point, and you are going to learn from it, and you're almost going to pick the battles which serve you now. Like, you don't have to get involved in stuff that you don't want to anymore, or you think you have to. Like, do things for you, not for anyone else. And with this 10 of Pentacles and this Page of Pentacles, again, I get the sense that you've got this now. After this, and once you release it, I feel like this idea is going to feel like it really unfolds even more. But I feel like you've got this new way that you want to bring around security, whether that be a new career path, a new just a way that you see your physical world, whether it's home, family, relationship, whatever it is. Like, there is this new seed, I feel like, that you want to plant, and maybe you feel like you're just trying to get to grips on it at the moment, and you're seeing how it sits. And this plan, whatever you're growing, your future self is basically saying, start doing it. Start believing that you have all the tools. Don't fall back into patterns of behaviour that you used to. This time is going to be different, and I'll tell you for why. Because you're going to have your goals so keenly set on something that brings you joy. And you know, and again, it's all about that feeling. It's about reframing, feeling like you are going to have this wealth, stability, abundance, this legacy, because you are going to have it. But again, it's all about feeling that you are worthy enough, and feeling and raising your vibe, your frequency to that. And again, marrying the opposites. You've got lovers on the back, like marrying the opposites of yourself, and marrying like we're saying, like this tug of war between you. Like, love what makes you different from everyone else, and be independent no matter what it is, no matter whether it's love or whether it's career, whatever it is. Like, you are your own person. And yeah, I feel like keep your plan in sight, but remember that it's still unformed, it's still raw energy, and it can go anywhere. And be excited for that. Be excited that you don't know exactly where it's going to go at this moment in time. But keep your ultimate goal in your focus, in your mind. But don't be so bogged down with the path of how it's going to happen. With the star there in what you need to release, I feel like it's however you did it last time is not going to be the way that it happens this time. Yeah. Oh, okay, well, I'm going to take the upright cards, and because one has fallen so perfectly into place, I'm going to take that one too. So we've got the Four of Cups, and we've also got Death, and also the Queen of Cups. So I feel like what you need to continue doing is allowing the death of this cycle. And I feel like, you know, we are saying what you need to release. Maybe you haven't quite released it yet. Release the change. But continue doing that. Continue welcoming that in, and welcoming in. I'm almost hearing welcome in the heat, like welcome in this unknown territory that you don't know, because you do have all the resources in order to propel you. Follow your heart in this situation. You've got so many things. I feel like you're almost a magician. Like, you've got all the elements here, literally, like swords, like air, fire, earth, water. Like, you can create exactly what you want, the reality that you want. But ultimately, keep following your heart. Like, you are all of these things and more. And look out for the emotional opportunities. Like, don't forget what led you here, led you to this point. Be grateful for past you, for what you've learned and all the lessons and the experiences that they went through in order to get you to this moment for a new opportunity to arise. And with Death, welcome in that change, and welcome in the changes in you, because I feel like you are going through a lot at the moment. And just follow that intuition, your gut feeling in this situation, because it is calling to you. And don't get caught up in the illusion on what other people are doing, or how you need to communicate, or that kind of thing. Be assured and healed in your own presence. Like, know yourself through and through, and that actually it doesn't matter what anyone else thinks in this situation. Like, you are you, and you are going to do it. And yeah, believe that you've got everything ready for this path that is coming up for you. We've also got I am the dreamer of my dream, Queen of Cups. Yeah, like, and the star. Like, you are, put your dream into words, or that kind of thing, your goal, and almost release it. Like, Gabrielle Bernstein, who wrote The Universe Has Your Back, where these cards are from, she has a God box where, you know, she puts her intention down, I think it's for a week or something, and then she burns the piece of paper after. And you don't have to do that or whatever, but I recommend you read that book because it's so great. But it is that thing of, you know, you are the one leading your life. No one else is leading it. You are the one living it. And you like dream the dream that you want, like dream the life and live the life that you want to live. Like, it's always that thing of like, you want your life to start now, so let it start now. Like, start kind of believing that and raising your frequency that to allow it to come in. Keep your dream at the center of what you're doing, but don't be afraid, and don't be afraid of change and versatility. Like, face that with everything that you've done before, but just trust that you are not going to trip yourself up, and this time you're just going to hold that in and just believe that you have everything within you to combat whatever comes up. We've also got heal the ouch. We've got awakening, energetic upgrades, a new way of being, integration, and we've got the warrior. I just heard the way of the warrior. If you ever watched Raven as a child, it's like, yeah, there's this Scottish Raven guy, and he says the way of the warrior, which is like it's a cool kid show. Watch it, it's great. Watch reruns. But with the heal of the ouch, I also get this like Rafiki vibe, hitting Simba with the stick and saying, and him going ow, and Rafiki being like, but it's in the past, like whatever, like, you know. That quote's brilliant, but I really butchered that. But that's really what I get, like, the past is the past. It's there, and release being hard on yourself. I get this sense that, you know, your future self wants you to do that internal kind of strength and pour love into the situation and pour love into you, because you are awakening to new things, new ideas, new journeys. And with this death, like an end of a cycle, there is a new way of being. And I feel like it's almost a new you, like you being this Queen of Cups. I feel like you've always had it in you, like running through you, this love at the center of what you do and what you want to do and what you give to others. And I feel like that's what's going to lead you forward, is your fearless, brave heart. And with the warrior, like, again, I get these ram heads are really reminding me of Aries, like new beginnings, like new zodiac, like just, this is fresh. This is a new thing that is coming towards you, and it's going to require all of your skills in order for you to make this dream a reality. But you can absolutely do it. You know, with our past, we carry the scars of our past. Like, you know, if you cut yourself, you know, you'll still have the scar for a while, sort of thing. It doesn't leave you, but it's how you let it rule you, and it's how much you like hold on and cling on to that memory. Like, you take that with you as a warrior, and you fight the battles with your experience. But there are new, and maybe it's spiritual awakening as well with this Queen of Cups down here. Maybe you are being awakening to new ideas and following your intuition and all of this stuff. And yeah, I feel like either way, you guys are going through an upgrade, and trust it. Trust that, and start kind of surrendering your plan and your dream to the divine and being like, this is where I want to go. I kind of take my hand off the steering wheel. I'm gonna show up every day for that plan, and guide me there. That's really what I'm hearing for you guys. So pile 4, my lovely pile 4, I'm going to leave that there for you. Thank you so much for watching. I hope it resonated with you, and there was some useful advice from your future self. If you'd like to see me again, please do hit that subscribe button. Until next time, I really hope I see you then. I'm sending so much love. Bye. Hello, my glorious friends of pile 5. So if you pick the Tiger's Eye and also the Wanderer's Tarot, then this reading is for you. So if you skip the intro, hello, welcome. Today we're looking at a message from future you, and it's all through the lens of love. I feel like it's almost a sibling, like holding your hands through this and giving you guidance in that way. And it's just all from a place of learning, understanding, and yeah, cheerleading you on, really, is what I'm feeling today. So no matter how you speak to yourself right now, so if you are a bit hard on yourself, and you know, maybe you don't talk to yourself in the same way and give yourself advice as you would your best friend or a family member or that kind of thing, like, your future self is speaking to you today through love. and they do love you because you got them to where they are, and whether that's a day from now, a year from now. Oh, hello. Okay. You're like, I want to come out. Let's go here. Okay. So really, what you need to release, what you need to stop doing is, we've got the Ten of Wands, well, feathers in this deck. We've got the Hermit, and we've got the Philosopher of Feathers, which also wands. I feel like you might be in this period of where you feel like the world is almost on top of you and you have to do so many things by yourself. And I get with this Philosopher of Feathers, like, you have become an authority in DIY. And I feel like you carry a lot of burdens and oppressions on you, and you, with this Hermit energy, like, I think you just don't want to trust anyone with your burdens. Maybe you don't feel like people will understand. Maybe you're like, my own inner flame can guide me forward. I don't need anyone to help me. I don't need to tell anyone how I'm feeling. I can block myself out from the outer world. I can do that. And with this ten of feathers, like, I can carry what I need to carry. No one else needs to help me. Like, I don't trust anyone else to be able to get it. I'm going to rely solely on me. But really what I'm hearing from Spirit and from your future self, like, is that you can't continue on this path. Like, it feels really unstable where you're going, and it feels like you're in the dark, but actually, because you're doing so much alone and you're not allowing anyone to see your light, like, your light is almost dwindling at this point. Like, you're putting so much pressure on yourself, and you're asking almost too much, and not allowing others. Like, I feel like you are giving a lot as well to other people and other enterprises, and I feel like you're almost running like tank on empty. Like, you're I could feel that, you know, you might be really fatigued and that kind of thing, and you're not quite listening to your intuition, and yeah, you're just stepping onto the next things and hoping you're flying. And it's almost like Icarus going for the sun. Like, I feel like your plan, even though you feel like it's coming from you and your inspiration, and I do feel like that, it's a change in you that you're trying to ignite and find the way forward. But because you're not resting, because you're not allowing other people to take over and take on the load, like, maybe you're not shining as brightly as you usually are, and you can't kind of be that beacon potentially as much. So yeah, so really I feel like what your future self is saying, like, do you need to carry all of that? Do you need to carry all the things that you feel like you need to carry? Could you delegate it elsewhere? Like, you're still going to be strong. You're still going to be this Philosopher of Feathers. Like, I get that this Hermit is really heavy Virgo, and then we've got Wands energy as well, which, well, feathers in this case, but which is fire sign, so Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. So I get the sense you are an independent person that wants to do things on their own, wants to instigate change in their life, wants to do it all, but and you work really, really hard for that. But do you need to do all of the things that you're doing? Does everything you're doing serve your greater purpose? Are you carrying unnecessary load from other people? Because you're still going to be strong. You're still going to be this Philosopher of Feathers, this independent instigator of change. You're still going to be that person who follows their own drum, their own heartbeat sort of thing. But at the moment, maybe you just can't see clearly because you're carrying too much, because you're actually carrying things that aren't serving you. And then we've got the two, and so what you should focus on, what you need to start doing, is this Two of Stones energy, this Nine of Feathers, and also this Nine of Swords. So I feel like what you need to start doing is addressing the swords in the room, and addressing, like, you are so strong. You have this strength because, and again, I could get the sense that you're a creative individual, or maybe you follow that intuitive voice. Whatever it is, you've got strong willpower and desire to move forward and move mountains. And with this 9 of Wands, I feel like what you need to start doing is releasing some of these burdens, because you're still going to be strong. And maybe don't have your guard up as much as you do. Maybe trust a few people, to let you in, and really analyze where these fears and anxieties are coming from. And, you know, if you feel a deep sense of insomnia and kind of like darkness that you can't really see through, are they your swords? Are they the swords of other people that are coming in, their insecurities that they are putting onto you? And I feel like you've got this new opportunity. You've almost had this Ace of Stones moment, this new way, and maybe you're balancing 2 different paths at the moment, or balancing this new opportunity that you see. And maybe it's time to release the old. Maybe it's time to release the old way and really embrace that change, because, like I said, you are still strong. You've still got everything within you. From walking away from something does not mean that you are giving up, because you've got something else on the table. Like, life is a continuous flow. Like, there's not, once you realize with the collective, like, you may go through beginnings and endings and phases in your life, but really everything is cyclical. Everything continues to move on, and actually so many things in your life are beginning and ending all the time that it's not like a stop and start. You know, one aspect of your life might feel like it comes to a close and then a new beginning dawns, but the other is in a different phase. So it's just an internal flow, and I feel like maybe you feel out of touch of that wave, but you are where you're going, and trust that you've got all the experiences and you've got that light and that determination within you, because you can, and I feel like you can, shut out their voices, but maybe at the moment they're creeping in. So I really feel like you need to focus on that, focus on your light. And maybe it's that thing of, who are the people in your life that are giving you these anxieties and the fears, and do they serve your purpose moving forward? Like, why do you feel like you can't release some of these feathers, and why do you feel like you need your guard up? There's obviously a reason for that. Maybe there's someone in your life who has caused you pain, distress, worry, or, you know, had a plan and almost manipulated you into thinking a certain way or doing something. Can you release that stuff? Like, you've got this new opportunity. Can you release that and plunge in? And then what you need to continue doing, so we've got the Prophet of Knives, we've got the 2 of Knives as well. Anything else for me, friend? Oh, yes. Okay, I've got 2, that's fine. Okay, yeah, Goddess of Feathers. No matter what, you are still going to be a creative, beautiful individual. And what you need to continue doing is, like we're talking about, like, release, like, you are obviously at this crossroads with this 2 of Knives and also this 4 of Stones here as well. Like, you are at this crossroads where you can change direction, you can change courses and listen to your intuition. And I feel like that's what you want to do, but maybe you feel like there's too much holding you back. Maybe you feel like there's too many things you need to tick off that to-do list in order to move on, but you've already changed. It's becoming aware to that change that you've already actually embarked on. And with the 4 of Stones, you know, you are going to have a lot of wealth in terms of your career, whatever it is, whatever your ambitions are. But again, wealth is just a construct, and actually you do need to release the old to allow in the new. Don't allow your kind of the wealth, as it were, and chasing things like that to uproot your spirituality, but also prevent the natural flow of things. And when you actually hold on so tightly, you cut off new things coming to you, and you create a prison out of it, and then you feel stuck. And with this 2 of Swords, I feel like you are at this crossroads, and it's almost time to take that new direction and cut through with this Prophet of Knives to the truth of what you want, and follow your drum, like follow the beat of your drum and where you want to go, because you're still an artistic, creative, beautiful, inspirational, intuitive person. despite what you have on this earthly plane. Like, new opportunities are already coming to you. Don't have your guard up to them because you've actually got your guard up because of other people. Like, release the people or the things that, and maybe the weight of stuff that is not serving you, so you don't block off new things coming in. And yeah, it's time to listen to your intuitive voice with this two of knives, and really cut through and communicate your truth and actually what you want. Because you're still going to be this instigator of change. If that's what you're worried about, you're still that. We've got, when I lean toward love, I am led. Again, listening to your intuition. When you lean into the love of the universe, into the love of what you do and to the people around you, and when you lean into that, you see the world in love. You see love through that lens. You know, they talk about people who, you know, have fallen in love and you know, they're in the clouds or whatever like that, and they're on cloud 9. But really, like, that's just perspective, isn't it? Like, once you feel that love in you, your whole world, it becomes a vortex for that. Everything around you feels like it changes. We've got magic stream. We've also got double mission, channeling and uplifting humanity, and we've got soul work. So I feel like with the magic stream, this is all what we were talking about with the kind of continuation, the flow of life, the universal flow. Like, things continue to come and go. It's that death, it's the cycle, it's how we greet the change. And actually, like, this is just a phase for you. And actually, like, your mission here, and I feel like, you know, like we were saying, you could be an intuitive person. I feel like you have this really deep sense of self and maybe spirituality as well. And with this hermit, like, you're not afraid of following your mission. And I feel like your mission is to raise your vibration and almost raise the vibration of others. And you're going to do that by working and doing your soul work and raising your vibration to the things that you want, because then you become like a beacon. And I feel like that's what you've maybe already done in the past, but maybe because you had loads on you that you didn't need, you weren't able to achieve it quite the way that you wanted. But you are going to change so much, and you are doing your part for the world, as it were. I get the sense that you could be a light worker, you could be, you know, a healer with what you say and what you do. I feel like your words really have power, and trust that they do, and trust that if you're looking at the world through love, then those things are going to come to you. And yeah, love others and love yourself, and make sure that you are, I get the sense you're like a candle, you're like this flame, and you could be an empath and people are drawn to you. But remember, like, light attracts moths as well, and actually, like, people, maybe snakes in the grass, maybe that kind of thing, people who don't actually serve your higher purpose, who are on your same mission, even though they might feel like they are. And don't allow them to stop. Don't allow their words to stop you doing what you know you have to do, what you feel deep down is your path. Because you have so much to give. And I feel like you're, like I said earlier, like, your journey, like, it's a big one. It's a big one that's coming up to you. And your future self is saying you've got everything, you're ready. Just cut out the things that aren't making you happy, the burdens that you don't need anymore, and lean into the people that are there for you in that way, and also the love in the divine, in the universe, and and do your part. And I feel like you know your part. I feel like you know your judgment, your higher calling, and what that is, and trust whatever you have been feeling, because that is going to guide you forward. So my glorious friends of pile 5, I'm going to leave that there for you. I really hope it resonated. I'd love to hear in the comments if it did. And yeah, if you'd like to see more, please do hit that subscribe button. Like I said, I'd love to see you again. Sending so much love to you, friends. Bye. Hello, my glorious friends of pile 6. So if you pick the Mythic Tarot and the lapis lazuli, then this reading is for you. So if you skip through the intro, hello, welcome. We are talking about messages from you in the future. This could be you tomorrow, it could be a month from now, a year from now, 10 years. And it's all through a lens of the sibling. Like how you would talk to your like 6-year-old self. Or if you're 6, then you shouldn't be watching this video. But like it's all from that love, like encouraging words. And even if you don't speak to yourself in like a loving tone at the moment, sorry, there were quite a few cards there. If you don't speak to yourself in like a loving voice at the moment, and you know, you can be quite judgmental of yourself and you don't speak to yourself in the way that you would a friend or a family member, then your future self is talking to you from love in this situation. And it's only like nourishing advice that is going to help and actually propel you, because when we speak in love, when we speak to us in a loving way, like we pay more attention than through fear. Like no one reacts well to fear and anxiety, but when we bring love into the situation and we talk through that and through the need to kind of show our love to one another, that's what we connect with as humanity. When like people give, like think about actors, like when they give a really truthful performance, like and they do it from a love of the character or a love for whoever they're talking to or whatever, like that moves us so much more than if someone's like shouting at someone and being angry at someone, I think. Anyway, but let's get into this. So what you need to release, what you need to stop doing with this 2 of Swords energy, I get the sense you're at this stalemate, and I feel like you're on this path, you're at this crossroads, and maybe you don't know quite which way to turn, and it's really mind, kind of heart, intuition journey. And with this 9 of Wands, like you are so strong, and we've got eyes closed in all of them, apart from the 9 of Wands where there's like a little peek of a little eye showing. I feel like you have you've gone through so much already, and you are still strong and you are still standing tall despite of this. But this is the time for you to lean in and lean into your intuition. Maybe you felt like your intuition led you down the wrong path before, or maybe you thought you were listening to it, or maybe you went against it, and maybe this is why you need to release this certain thing. Maybe you felt like you were strong in your power and your intuition and where you wanted to go, and you had courage and determination to get there, but you actually still ended up almost in the same place and you didn't actually realize that. But it's time to release that, because you are going to learn from that now. You need to stop almost judging yourself for the fact that maybe you came up against it again, or maybe you felt like you made the wrong decision, because your intuition, your inner guidance, spirit, the universe, God, whatever you pour your faith into, it's still there for you. It's still shining through you, and you can choose to see the real in a different thing. You know, if you're currently seeing your world through the lens of fear or judgment, and maybe you're projecting that real onto everything, and you can change that. You can go into the projector room and be like, nah, I want love. I want to see love into this situation and pour it in. And your intuition, that is your internal love clock, basically, protecting you and guiding you forward. And yeah, don't allow your thoughts of what you should have or would have done better last time kind of get in the way of you moving forward now, is really what your future person wants to, your future self, not your future person, your future self wants to say to you. Okay, and what you need to focus on, what you need to start doing. Okay, guys, Ace of Pentacles here, calling in from the universe. There has been something. There is an opportunity that has come to you for security, whether it be a new career opportunity, a new opportunity for wealth, abundance, security. Maybe it's a relationship, a commitment, that kind of thing. It's literally coming to you as a seed ready for you to plant, and it's promising you that it's going to be a massive garden if you keep tending to it. It's a seed that you can plant that will go. And with this 4 of Swords, it's time to almost take a retreat from the situation that you might currently be in around you. And maybe this is the retreat from your past. Maybe it's your past actions and choices. If you felt like, you know, you could have, would have, should have done better. I feel like it's almost time that you take the time to actively listen and wait for your time. Like, pour and focus and visualize what you want, plant this seed, love and nurture it because it's come to you, and really just look out on the horizon. Make sure you're planning where you want to go, and mend your heart, especially after fear and frustration, and pour love into the center of it, and pour and funnel love into this new idea, because you're going to be able to come back. You're going to come back from this stronger and fighting when it's ready to do so. I feel like when it's your time to strike, you will be there, you will be ready. So start taking that time for yourself to retreat from the kind of situation. Maybe it's other people's wills and desires around you. Trust that you are still strong, and you've got such internal strength, even if you're not saying anything, even if you're not roaring loudest. And yeah, you've got your mission. You've got this seed that you are going to plant, and you know in your heart that it is the right thing. Trust your intuition with it, even if you felt like it led you the wrong way last time. Maybe those were your thoughts that came up and actually overpowered it, or maybe it was the plan that you thought you should have, and it almost your ego's plan, instead of actually surrendering to the divine, kind of letting the universe take the wheel, as it were. But yeah, keep in your sights where you want to be and what you want to do, and kind of allow this raw energy coming in the form of the Ace of Pentacles to do that, to grow, and yeah, to burst forward, because there's new life coming into the situation. So start grasping that opportunity. And then what you need to continue doing, so we've got Justice, we've got the Knight of Wands. Let's put that there. So yeah, so this is with the Justice card. This is really this, and then we've also got the Four of Pentacles. So the Justice is really, really calling and saying, your future self wants you to know, like, your past is in the past now. You can't change what was, and what you plant now affects your future. And it's with learning and honesty in the present moment that we change our future, we change our circumstances, and there is going to be this balance coming to you. And I feel like you are starting to do that, balance that out within yourself, and just trust that you are learning, that you have learned from your past, and you are willing to make the changes in order to move forward. And you will feel that justice moment. And with the Knight of Wands, there is a change of direction. This is also, the sign of emigration, flight, that kind of thing. So maybe you're like moving away fully, like moving around the globe, because we've got this globe here with the Two of Wands. That won't be for everyone. Maybe you're moving a camper van and you're going to go surfing. That's cool. But no, I feel like, sorry, that's sidetracked, but not for everyone. With the Knight of Wands, I feel like there is a change of direction nonetheless, and you are following this inspiration, which you already have, this divine inspiration and this strength of your desires and your wills. But can you see? There's no swords in the future. Like, I feel like of what you need to continue doing now. Like, I feel like you need to it's not about your fears and anxieties in the situation. Don't allow those to come in. Change the real to love, and love what you're doing. Feel completely free in that. And with the Four of Pentacles, don't hold on to what was, because you've got this new pentacle coming in now. Like, don't hold on to things so closely that you make it a prison within yourself. You need to release that. You need to allow new energy to come in, and there is going to be so much wealth and abundance coming to you. Trust that. But like we were saying, you need to learn from your actions. You need to make changes. And with this Four of Pentacles, don't hold in things. Continue to let things go, so you can invite new energy into the situation, and just be you. Bang to the beat of your drum. Listen to your intuition, listen to your spark, because even if you felt like it didn't lead you exactly where you wanted it to take you last time, actually it may have taken you exactly where you needed to go. And it's just, you know, it's so funny when we talk about timing and divine timing and everything, and like everything happens for a reason, and you know, it might just not have been your way that you thought, and like I was saying earlier, your ego's plan, but it's the divine plan. And the divine don't have time as a construct. Like, it, as soon as you raise your vibration, things are just going to come pouring to you. So we have, I choose to learn through love. Lens of love, guys. Change that reel from fear to love and pour love into your situation and see the world in love. See the world through that. Into the unknown. We've also got creating heaven on earth. It's happening. And we've got surrender. Yeah. Surrender yourself to the divine, to the divine's plan. And, you know, trust that what you were planning is not as great as what they want to give you. And you know, having the goal of, or like, there's a difference between being like, okay, I'm just going to completely take my hand off the wheel and let it go, and surrendering in that way, and being like, I want to do this, I want to be this, I want to be happy, I want to be healthy, all of these things, and surrendering to that, and kind of like having your goal in mind, like almost putting it in the GPS, but allowing the universe to plan the route. Like, they're like surrendering it to that way, and into the unknown. Like, this is new territory, like, that you are stepping into. This is a new thing, this is a new horizon, and be versatile to the change with this Justice card. You know, allow this change to come in and listen to your intuition. It's similar, and which is probably why you need to release it. It's similar to maybe where you've been before and the crossroads that you were at before with this blindfold, but trust that you have changed now, and stop thinking that you're going to make the wrong choices, because you're not. Because you are going to create your heaven on earth. You are going to create what you want to manifest. It is going to happen. And this card literally says it's happening. Do it through love. Choose love every single time. And surrender to love. Surrender and surrender again. Trust that the universe does have your back. You guys, if you've not read it already, should read Gabrielle Bernstein's The Universe Has Your Back. These are where these cards come from, and all of the kind of looking at the lens through fear and everything. There's some brilliant meditations and all about surrendering, and I really think that I feel like that book's calling to you. If you don't fancy reading it, no worries at all. She's got a great podcast called Dear Gabby, but either way, I feel like you've just got to trust that this new path, if you surrender it to it fully, you're not going to be the same as last time, because you are different, and you're going to follow this divine inspiration and continue to do that. I feel like you're already starting to trust yourself more, and just start planting the seeds for what you want to see. Kind of, whether you put it in whether you write down your intentions, whether you're manifesting, that kind of thing. Do it all through love, and through through to your future. But pile 6, my glorious pile, I'm going to leave that there for you. I really hope it resonated. I really hope it helped today. If it really resonated, I'd love to hear in the comments. If you'd like to see more from me, please do hit that subscribe button. I really hope to see you guys again soon. I'm sending so much love. Bye.